Hello Boundless citizens, it's Boundmore and this is the Spooky Time 2019. As you can see, even the Sanctum got a rework done by this player, uh, George Drudge, I suppose. I'm not sure, I'm sorry George if I got it wrong, but you did an amazing job. It looks like a live world somewhere in the Boundless universe. I almost grabbed my axe and started chopping all the mushrooms around. Let's start with taking a look at the exchange and new outfits. So the cattle hogger, the button eyes, and there's a pumpkin and a screw in the eye, as well as a she spider called a Spiderina. The only slight disappointment for me is the lack of any Halloween body paints. I would love to have some kind of a skeleton or whatnot, and to be able to put it on my avatar. Okay, so let's start with something kind of old, kind of new, spooky seeds. They were here last year, although they were the stuff that we were gathering. And now we gather spooky orbs and then craft spooky seeds, mixing them spooky orbs with flowers. And spooky seed has become a farming thing, so it can be, as you can see, planted in any trellis, and then with help of some other blocks you can increase crop, and that's the spider crop you're getting from the seed. It's growing downwards from trellis, so a bit like berry vines or goo. And when you eventually harvest them spider crops, you get the actual spider decoratives, and you can then go around and place them wherever you want, or you can just simply decide to leave the fully grown spider crop where you planted it. I actually don't remember all the recipes for the Halloween stuff from last year, so using the knowledge tab, it's good to refresh memory. You can see spooky orbs, of course, because that's what we gather, and this is the base of all the Halloween activities. Other than that, it's a bone, small fossil, and a stone, so that's fine. And that leads to spooky skull lantern, as you can see. So one of the two items from last year. The other item is the spooky pumpkin lantern, and this time it's foliage and leaf. Okay, that's fine, and they are both crafted in the workbench, so I shall remember that. And now, on top of those two items from the last year, we also have the new one, a real cutie, Urti the Urtling. Nail, sackcloth and foliage, and crafted in the workbench as well. I guess the workbench is going to be the machine that crafts all the Halloween items. So it's time to actually go outside and get some of the spooky orbs. So we will be looking for either fungi or Rosetta Nox. Remember to use one of your gatherers or hunters, any alt that has maxed luck, because it does affect how many orbs you get from all the plants you're gathering. So when you're outside, just apart from the Rosetta Nox, as I said, anything that looks like a mushroom or shroom should be of interest. And to be able to craft a mass of 25 spooky seeds and then plant them, you will need 180 spooky orbs. So here I am with 25 seeds crafted already, and a bit of a setup I have here. So the way it works is a bit like with goo. So when you plant seeds, the spiders growing will get color from the trellises they are planted in. So I have 4 different colors here, and they're surrounded by some supporting blocks like tangle and mold growth and some foliage. And as you can see, the crop yield here is close to 200, but it's not green yet. That means it's not the maximum, so I'll be just putting some more of the supporting blocks around. Just well, it's not the most effective way of doing it here. I'm just really playing away. I want to do it fast, and I'm sure you can come up with a more effective and efficient setup, but it's pretty easy, it looks like, to actually get 200% the maximum crop yield, meaning that you'll be getting 2 spiders for each seed. Oh yeah, as you can see, some of the seeds are getting 200% crop yield now. So I'm happy about that. It's only really to test the thing. I'm not too bothered that the setup is not perfect and not all of the seeds have 200% at the moment. Okay, so let's forget about the farming thing and go to crafting. You will mostly need spooky orbs. It's 180 for a mass for each of the items, starting with spooky skull. As you can see, bones, small fossil and stones are not needed in large amounts. It's only the spooky orb, and the same here for the pumpkin lantern. In case of skull, it's the stone that decides about the color of the lantern, and if it comes to the pumpkin, it's the foliage. And the same with the new toy Urti. The Urtling gets color from foliage as well, just like the lantern. And again, it's mostly the spooky orb that you need. Nail, sackcloth and foliage is really needed in some basic amounts. As you can see, the mass is 25, just like with spooky seeds. I will craft a mass of skull lanterns for myself, and then the pumpkin ones as well, and then eventually a few small batches of Urtling in different colors. So here I am 24 hours later, more or less, give or take, and there's a creepy collection of spiders here. All seem to be fully grown. Yeah, alright, so let's just take a look at the colors. And as I said, it works a bit like goo, but that also means there's a chance of mutation, and the spiders can get a different color than the trellis it grows on. It's not gonna be far away from it. So as you can see, we have tan here, but yellow here. And then when you look at those, this is the original trellis color, but we have strong slate here, and we have strong violet here. Alright, so that's it, I suppose. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to stay boundless.